welcome to another flight sim video. This one is made in pure bitterness because it's a flight I was supposed to take just over a week ago, but sadly not because of COVID. So we are going to go to Lanzarote, Arrecife from Gatwick. That's right, yes, I should be there. Or I should have been there last week. Okay, we're in the Sim Toolkit Pro. Let's plan our route quickly. So, well, I think Tom is still done as Thomson Fly, I think Tui, who I would have flown with. Okay, so the ICAO code for Lanzarote is GCRR. Let's pop that in, that filters them, and was EGKK, so GCRR is there, so we'll fly that and we'll fly the outbound leg there. Okay, so there's our aircraft, is this here, H004. That's TUI there. Flight number's 4776 according to Google. Okay, the kilograms there. The flight plan format, I like the EasyJet format. I just like the layout of it. It's much easier to find what you want. Okay, we'll let the passengers and weight and everything be done automatically. So let's generate the plan. This should only log into my SimBrief account. Generate it all. And the thing is, we're going to do the flight in the daytime, in the morning, when I would have been going. However, we're going to get the live weather from the evening, because that's what time it is now. Never mind. Right, so there's everything is in. Okay, let's export that. So we don't have to key it all in. So Flight Simulator 2020, and there we go. So we'll save that. Replace the old one. That's exported. Let's have a quick look at our plan, because I want to change the approach in, because that one will not line us up for the ILS very well. So we do DO3 BAPA. If we check that, that's much more like it as the approach in. Then we're lined up perfectly with the runway. Okay. Now I'm going to have to export it again. So overwrite it. Okay, so that's exported. So let's look. Yeah, it all looks standard from what I remember. Out of Gatwick, got Southampton, across near the Channel Islands, over Rain, then down through Portugal, over near Lisbon, all the way down past Casablanca, Morocco, and in. That looks pretty good to me. So let's click fly now. There we have, and if you look at the layout of here, see we've got everything all nice. See, trip wind is there. Trip wind there. Zero fuel weight is there. Flight level 350 there. Cost index there. Yeah, and these are our weights here. Right, 59.7 is our zero fuel weight. So what we'll do is we'll try and get that when we put the fuel in the aircraft. We're going to put 13.122 in. We'll try and get the zero fuel weight up to that, which will match the amount of passengers and things we got. Okay, well, without any further ado, let's get in the plane. Okay, so as we are cold and dark, we will stick it to the gate in the north terminal. Let's go here. Flight conditions. All AI aircraft offer some memory leak issues at the moment, so they're going to go off. I'll go to live, but they'll go to custom, and I will change this to about 7 in the morning when I would have gone. So it'll probably be, let's do it about 6:45. So we'll take off, it'll be darkish, and then it will get lighter as we fly there. Right, okay, that's that. Let's click fly now, and I'll jump cut once we're in the plane. Here we are at Gatwick. There's our plane. Look how sort of dark it all is. This is the new sort of free Gatwick Scenery that I've downloaded. I'll put a link to it. This is pretty good. Makes Gatwick a bit more realistic to how it actually is in the standard flight sim. Right, so the gate numbers are a bit different to how flight sim says they are, but anyhow, let's get in the aircraft. We want to get the passengers on board, but we can't do that unless we start switching things on first. So, Control Shift L is no. Control Alt L. That gives us our torch. So we can turn on the batteries, and then the external power. And we can turn up this, and then we can turn off the torch. It does do our landing lights for some reason. My key bindings. Right. Okay. So we need the dome light. We'll put that on dim. We only need that so that the ground crew can see me wave them off once pushback is complete. Right, okay, first things first, let's line up the ADIRs, which is our direction finding instruments. These take about 7 minutes or so to come on. The further away from the equator you are, the longer it takes, but yeah, but from England it's about 7 minutes. Right, fuel pumps on. And let's set the cabin controls. That's the temperatures all up there. And the crew oxygen supply, that's on. Right, nav light on, that's our logo. I'll put the strobe, I won't put the strobe on yet. And the beacon's not yet either. Well, this should be off as well, I don't know why that was on. Okay, right. So that's our lights all configured. Let's switch to an external view. There we go. And let's unrealistically call ground services to get everything. So we want the jetway connection.
Gatwick ground
Shrink this window a bit.
could you please connect the jetway to the aircraft?
2E1123, the jetway is going to be connected.
Okay, so that's our passengers can come on. We want the baggage.
Gatwick ground to UI1123, could you please send the baggage?
Hasn't got our flight number in yet, has it? So catering service as well.
Gatwick ground to UI1123, could you please send the catering truck?
2E1123, the catering truck is on the road.
Okay, so baggage is coming. That's the catering, even though it's just snacks, duty frees, and booze. But then it's a bucket and spade flight, isn't it? I mean, look at the airline, for crying out loud. Right, let's get our passengers on. We're going to use PacX, which I've put on, which I highly recommend for the passenger experience simulation. Let's put the flight in first. So, start flight. That's got that right, that's got that right. That's our flight number, that's our cruise altitude, and yeah, about 21 minutes before we can take off. And this should be A320. Okay, in-flight entertainment, TUI have boarding music, yes they do. I've downloaded the TUI boarding music from YouTube. That will be in here. That's Thomson Airways. And the safety brief as well, which I've got too. Again, all on YouTube. And then you just convert them to WAV files. Okay, we don't have meal service on this, it's snacks. Yeah, all we can get is like cheese toasty if you're hungry, that's about it. Right, let's get these people on board. So I can hear them now, and if we click here, we can see them coming on. God, look, somebody's in a cop already. Wow. Right, so now these are coming on, we can carry on setting the aircraft up. That's the Thomson flying music, it sounds like something inside so strong, doesn't it? Cross the T's, dot the I's and put you in the middle. Right, suitcases are loaded up. First thing we'll do is get our METAR information, that's our weather. So we can get that quite nicely by doing a WX request. Departure airports, arrival airports, it'll do both. We can add customised airports there, but we just want those two. So let's click send. Go and look on the eCam. Let's turn the brightness up for that while we're doing this. We'll see something appear here. The OS won't be aligned for another 5 minutes. Company message, there we go. Now we go back to our MCDU. Clear that GPS lost for the moment. So we'll have it in about 5 minutes. Receive messages. METAR, there we go. Here we go. Let's see. Wind at 260 degrees at 8 knots. I think it's all to do with the cloud cover, but this is our altimeter barometer, which is in, it's not in inches like America used, this is in hectopascals, so it's 1006. And this is for Lanzarote. We'll get an update on this when we get a bit nearer. Right, so 1006 is the important one for us. This is the temperatures. 4 degrees and the dew point is 2. Right, so let's go back. Let's go to the MCD menu and go to the FMG, which is the Flight Management System. We'll go to the init. Flight number is BU 4776. Put that in. Right, cost index is off our sheet is 5. Cruise at 350. Right, now this is where we're going to sort our zero fuel weight. It should be, according to this, should be zero fuel weight should be 59.7, which is the weight of everything apart from the fuel. So that's the passengers, plane, luggage, payload. So if I zero out the fuel, set that to kilos. So at the moment it's 50, so we need to increase the payload a bit. Oh, too much. There we go. So we got our centre of gravity's out of the limits a bit there. So let's take some stuff out of the forward. So let's take
hello ladies and gentlemen, I would love to welcome you aboard our flight.
10 kilos out of there and put it here.
To place your larger carry-on items in the overhead bins and smaller items underneath the seat in front of you.
There we go.
Unless you're in a front row, please place all of your items in the overhead bins. If you have any trouble finding a location for your carry-on items,
59.2 and 21.
If the overhead bin is full after you put your carry-on inside of it, please close the bin as a courtesy to other passengers. Once all your items are put away, please clear the aisle and sit down in your seat to allow other passengers to find their seats as well. If you are seated in an emergency exit row, please read the exit seating responsibilities in the safety card in the seat back in front of you.
This should work it out for us.
Please make sure you are willing and able to perform the actions required. If you are not able or prefer not to perform these actions, please let a flight attendant know so you can be reseated. You are free to use your portable electronic devices during the boarding process.
We haven't got any fuel on board at the moment, so let's once again go to our flight plan. We need 13.122 kilos. So, oh, by the way, if you're on this window and you don't see the centre of gravity thing, just, you know, you're like that, and just expand the window out, and there it is. Alright, 13.122, so we scroll up here, and we want this here to say 13, as close as 13.122 as we can get it. 14, 13.6, 13.19, there we go, that will do us very nicely. That's okay, we don't have to mess around with the fuel. So let's close that, so we're all fueled up. Let's see if the block fuel works automatically. No, it doesn't. So we get the block fuel here, 13.2. There's our block fuel, and last thing we want is our trip winds, which here is headwind H14. So we just type H14 into there and click it into trip wind. There we go, and then this will update as well. GPS is now there. That means our ADIRs and our IRS are aligned. Okay, excellent. So let's go into our performance page. 26 left. We're taking off with flaps 1, so we'll put that there. And our flex 2 temperature is 68, which you can get off the website. Transition altitude is 6,000. Okay, that's when we go from atmospheric barometric readings to the standard one. Okay, so now that's all done. Let's use this to calculate our takeoff speeds. And I believe that's everything ready here. Let's get some lighting on in the situation. That's it. So we'll set this to flight level 350. 35,000 feet. This can go into hexpascals, and it is, I can't remember what it is.
We're ready to go when you are.
Ah, passengers are all on board. What was this again? Oh, my memory is terrible. I should really write things down. So let's go back to here. Let's go to here. It was 1006. Right, okay. One 1006. Let's turn some brightnesses up. Not too much. Okay, and down here. Right, we're going to use the VNav for this, so keep our speed there, and then we will just set that there. Right, let's get pushed back and get underway. So we can fire out the APU, turn our beacon on, and put our strobe onto auto. Now we'll obviously need the APU because when we get pushed back we'll be disconnected from the ground power. Quick swig of the old cider. Right, how's this APU doing? I'm just going to wait for that to get up to 100 and we should start to see some generation there. Let's put some other things on here. So we're going to lock the cockpit door, put our predictive wind shear on, our TCAS, which is our collision avoidance system, to Tara, to auto, and we'll put our radar system too, and put turbulence mode on so we can see whether we're going to get any turbulence. Alright, as soon as our APU's fired up, which it nearly is, then we will get pushed back. So we've still got a good 10 minutes before the passengers will start whinging that it's a late takeoff. Okay, getting there. We'll see this percentage change as soon as we get up to sort of near 90 or 95. I'm the captain, I can vape in my plane. Right, there we go, look at that. We're getting some generation there, so let's quickly put the bleed on. Right, let's get pushed back. Oh, one thing, yeah. Ground power off. The jetway will disconnect automatically when we start pushback. Okay. There goes the jetway.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard Flight 4776, which serves to Lanzarote. Our flight time will be roughly 3 hours and 47 minutes. Now that the cabin door is closed, please make sure that all devices are in airplane mode and your large devices are now shut down and stowed. Please fasten your seatbelt and make sure that all tray tables and seat backs are in a full upright and locked position for departure. Cabin crew, prepare cabin for departure.
Right, parking brakes off. Let's get the engine started.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the screen for an important safety demonstration. Thank you for flying with us.
Hello and welcome to your flight with TUI. Whether it's your first flight or your 50th, do take a moment to look and listen as we talk you through the magic of flying. Please keep your seatbelt fastened whenever the seatbelt sign is illuminated. Putting your seatbelt on is easy. Simply clip it together, then adjust it by pulling on the strap. To take it off, just lift the flap. It's not very likely, but if there's an emergency, get into the brace position. Your cabin crew are now pointing out the emergency exits. Have a look and count the rows to your nearest exit, because you never know, it might be behind you. And if you need help finding your way, follow the low-level lights and they'll lead you to an exit.
Okay. Lay the ground crew
If an
off.
oxygen mask drops down,
So now
pull
we
down
don't need the
firmly
dome
towards
light
you,
on.
place it over your nose and mouth, and breathe normally. And remember to put yours on
Turn that
first
on and
before
turn the
giving
dome
anyone
light
else
off.
a hand.
Right, taxi lights on. And runway turn lights on.
You can find a life jacket either under your seat, beneath your center armrest, or inside your leg rest. Put it on over your head, pass the straps around your waist, and tie it in a double bow. The life jacket will inflate when you pull sharply on the red toggle.
That is loud, isn't it?
For more information on the type of life jackets and oxygen masks, check your safety card. And if you need more air, blow into the tube. Be sure to wait until you're outside the aeroplane before inflating your life jacket. If you're traveling with an infant and haven't been given a life jacket yet, let a crew member know now. Just remember to return it at the end of the flight.
Right, just waiting for
Smoking, including
this to
electronic
be
cigarettes,
available.
isn't allowed anywhere on board at any time. Please make sure all mobile phones and handheld devices are switched to flight mode. Bigger electronic items like laptops need to be switched off and stowed securely in your hand luggage and placed either under the seat in front of you or in the overhead compartment. Sometimes things in the overhead compartments
there we go.
move around
That's the
during
engine
flight,
started up.
so be sure to avoid a
let's
bump on the
just
head by opening
turn
them
that off.
carefully.
And we can
And
turn
if
off
crew
the
ask you to leave the
APU now.
aeroplane urgently, remember to leave all of your hand luggage behind.
Okay, let's taxi.
We're just about ready for takeoff, so make sure your seatbelt is fastened, your seat is upright, your window blind is up or clear, and your tray table
Right,
is
this is
stowed
where
away.
we're supposed to go here.
For more information about this flight's emergency
Around here,
procedures,
this way.
have a look at the safety card. And if you're sitting in an exit row, please pay special attention to the exit operation.
Yeah, it must be. Right, let's take the
Thanks
parking
so
brake
much
off.
for listening.
And let's
from
go.
all of us at TUI, we wish you a magical flight. TUI, discover your smile.
Not quite right according to the map, but we'll go this way anyway. Down here and we'll hang a right. Let's set our flaps to 1. Ourselves around here. Let's align ourselves up nicely. Once we get sort of nearer the runway, I'll turn off this VFR map just so I don't personally get lost. Right, let's give it a bit of willy. The good thing about this plane is idle thrust is enough to oh, that was close. It's enough to keep the aircraft moving. We're not going to be taking off into any sunrise. I think we're a bit too early for that. Right, I think here it's pretty much straight on ahead. And then we will end up on the runway. So we will carry on going forward. We'll hold short and do our final checks, which is what we'd do if if air traffic control was on. I will be doing air traffic control with either or VATSIM once I've set an account up and worked out what the hell I'm doing. Right, here we go. Here's the hold short area, as you can see on the ground. We will hold short here. We'll pop the parking brake on. Okay, so what we've got to do now is we have got the flight controls. So we'll test those. That's our ailerons. This is our elevators. And this is our rudder. I won't do the spoilers because I haven't got them mapped on this PS4 controller. Okay, flight control is done. Let's have a look on the eCam here, and it tells us what to do. Seatbelt signs on. Yeah, we need to put those on, which I should have done earlier once I had fuel on board, but can't remember everything. Landing lights on. Landing lights are on. Back to the eCam. Flaps set for takeoff, yes. Spoilers need to be armed, and auto brake set to max, which rejected takeoff. So spoilers armed, yes. Auto brake set to max, yes. Signs on. Well, yeah, I'll put the seatbelt signs on, haven't I? No smoking to auto. Right, emergency exits to arm, and seatbelts on. That should do it. That should be it. Yes, that's it. Right, okay, so click the takeoff config button here, which will do all these checks, and it will alarm us if anything's missing. That's fine. So last thing is to check with the crew. So let me try an announcement first. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. Welcome on board this TUI flight to Lanzarote. I will not take any nonsense. Anybody misbehaving or hassling my trolley dollies will get their lights punched out, and if you carry on, then I'm just going to kick you off the fucking plane. Enjoy the flight and do as you're told.
You got it.
Ugh. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard this TUI flight to Arrecife, Lanzarote. I'm Captain Jim. First of all, anybody who's hassling my trolley dollies or being pissed and misbehaving themselves will get their lights punched out. If you're still horrible after that, then I'll just kick you off the fucking plane. As simple as that. Just behave yourselves. Right, well, enjoy the flight anyway. There you go, that was my announcement, wasn't it? Lovely and friendly. Right, let's call the cabin crew. Set the lights to take off. And let's get going. Parking brakes off. There's a bit of throttle to get round. Let's put our chronometer on start. Yet again, something I should have done as soon as the engines were started, but hey ho. Oh, I'm a minute late taking off. Looking at the bottom. Right, hey, here we go. Let's get this VFR map off. To there to stabilise. Now I've set it to flex. Oh, that's Toga. Come on, down a bit. 80 knots. Straighten up a bit with the rudder. There goes V1, and now let's rotate. Keep it 10 degrees climb.
TUI 1123, you were not cleared to take off.
Oh, shut up. Still got my old flight number. Got a lovely view out the window there. see my nav beacon lights on. That's a bit worrying. I'm sure I put those on. Yes, they're on. The strobes are on. So interesting. I cannot see them. I'll put it down to a bug. Right. Oh. Let's get that down so our speed, and we'll put nearly at 200. And let's do a left, a right turn here to get in line with our flight plan. Let's put the throttle into climb mode. And we'll take the flaps off. Oh, I think I did overturned that a bit. Reduced our pitch there, that's it, otherwise we're going to stall it. That's more like it. Through 4,000 feet. What we can do now is let the plane take the strain as it was and pop the autopilot on. That will give us a slight course correction, I think. There we go. Did I do the landing gear? I really can't remember. Oh, what an idiot. I'm such an idiot. I wonder I took so long to get up to speed. And that dragginess, God almighty. Right, we're now going past 6,000 feet, so we can switch this to standard mode. If I can get that, let's just zoom in and do it. It's easier to do that. So let's standard there. Standard there, and that will stop that blinking at us. Let's probably get a bit more lighting going inside of here. We'll turn the floodlights up a bit there, and the main panel. That's better. I see it much better now. Just reset the view. Through 9,000 feet, it's looking a little bit cloudy. Let's have a quick look outside. Yeah, we cannot see a lot there at all.
We're now passing through 10,000 feet. So now turn on your larger portable electronic devices. As a reminder, please keep your seatbelt fastened while
10,000 feet. Off come the nose lights and landing lights. Everything else we can leave on. What was that for? Knowledge master course. Anti-ice. Oh, God. Anti-ice. Yeah. Turning my aircraft into an igloo. Right. Not that I can see it at the moment because it's too bloody dark. Well, let's try the wing ice light. What it means is if we turn on this light here, that will put a light on the wing so we can look for ice. So now if we look out the left window, oh God, yeah, look at that ice, and down there, yeah, I've really turned this into a bloody chock ice, haven't I? Oh well. Okay, let's just check the radar mode. I did put it in turbulence, didn't I? Yeah. take these off now. Flaps are at 0. Might be a little bit rocky, so I'm going to keep the seatbelt signs on for a bit. Looking at this, these are thick clouds. Right, let's have a look at the map while we're going up. Come on, this is our flight plan, right? Yes, here we go. Right, we're just on our way to Southampton. Then we'll make a nice left bank and then head out straight down just near the Channel Islands and then the top of France. It says our top of climbs there, but I normally get there a bit quicker. Right, as you can see, I'm using the managed speed mode. It didn't exceed 250 below 10,000, and now it's gone up to like 280, 290 there. I mean, it's slightly less because we're climbing. Climb mode. Let's just check our throttle is in. Yeah, it's clicked into there. That's fine. That's flex up there, and then toga up there. Everything good up there, and everything good up here. Hopefully, I'll defrost the wings. Right, 13 nautical miles till we do a left turn. Let's just expand our radius here a bit. I don't know how bad purple is on that, whether it's 33 mile-an-hour winds, not winds. I know we have got a headwind, so it will take us slightly longer to get there. Get to 25,000 feet and we'll allow the impatient, only 96% satisfied passengers to wander around and have a piss or shit. I mean, we are not far, we're just about to get to Southampton, so any Portsmouth fans, this is an ideal time to go for a shit. A nice big frozen turd. They might even get it right in the middle of the pitch at St Mary's. So I better let them know. Ladies and gentlemen, your captain's here again. Just to advise you that we're shortly passing over Southampton. So any Portsmouth fans, I will remove the seatbelt sign so you can go and use the toilets and take the biggest post-curry turd you can do and flush it. Hopefully it will smear St Mary's Stadium pitch. Thank you guys. There we go, that was my announcement. So let's we can actually see if anyone's in the loo by clicking this. We'd see them there. Unfortunately not. There's no Portsmouth fans on this flight. Never mind. Would have been amusing. Well, once we get to cruising altitude, which is another sort of 10,000 feet, then I will put the plane, well, not the plane, I will put the video into cruise mode. Fast forward to when we're actually nearer the destination. And looking at this, it will be probably around about here before we can configure the plane for the descent and then instigate our descent around to TOD. but I will, while it's going fast, I will be flicking in between the different views because the sun will be coming up soon. Oh God, we haven't even left the United Kingdom yet. But hey ho, the higher we are, the faster our ground speed. So it shouldn't be too long and we should start seeing the sun coming up soon. You can see the stars up there because we're above the clouds. Not that we can see those either. Let's have a look out the window. Oh yeah, we can see the clouds that we were going above, and we can see a hell of a lot of ice as well. Let's turn these wing ice lights off, so I don't want to alarm the passengers. Now, if we go back out the window again now, we can see... We can still see the ice, and we can see the strobe lights as well. Let's do an external view. Ah, look, some light is appearing. The sun is coming up. There's the moon. Bearing in mind, this is 7 in the morning this morning. So yeah, it'll start to brighten up soon. Hopefully the ice will melt off the rudder there, the tail. Yeah, our nav lights are working, I can see them around there. Right, nearly up to cruising altitude. Once we're there, hopefully the PacX will start distributing some drinks. Yeah, it's quite good PacX. It's cost me about 27 quid. Might even be a bit less. It was $30. But I now get a lifetime membership for that. We do another much better pushback simulation as well. It's actually more realistic as to how it would work in an airport. Look at that. No, the stars there, so I'm back playing Elite Dangerous again. Which I will be doing at some point this week, an Elite Dangerous video. Anything we can do with this PacX? No, I'll wait till we get to cruising altitude. If the customers are satisfied. So how long once we got these clouds for? Set the maximum range. Ah, right, okay. So once we sort of get over towards the Bay of Biscay area, it's not so bad. Obviously the closer we get to Lanzarote, hopefully the less clouds there'll be. But it's interesting how SimBrief put us at flight level 350 instead of 370. So normally it's a bit higher. Sometimes it is because of the weather that it does that. I can request to just go to 37,000 if I want to, but we'll leave it as it is for now, deviate from the flight plan. Right, we're getting there. Obviously the VNAV is working quite well. See, the climb rate has lowered a lot since we've got higher vertical speed, and our actual speed is pretty good as well. So anyone watching who doesn't trust the VNAV on it, it's working pretty well. Right, nearly at cruising. Get an external view again. need to set the controls up for the drone cam. It'll be a lot nicer. Christ almighty, look at the state of that. Well, we'll see if that stays in there. Looking even more like Elite Dangerous now, with the colour banding there. Right, 34, 1,000 feet to go. I'm wondering whether the game will melt this ice off. I've got my anti-ices turned on. Oh, there we are. Just slowing down those engines. We'll do the last couple of 100 feet. Look at that, we're at cruise. This thinks we're at cruise as well. So this is just getting our speed up to what it should be. Let's have a look in the cockpit, which is about there, Mach 0.78 maybe. That's our speed, Mach 0.78. And here we go. So we'll now be cruising until we get about 120 miles from Lanzarote. So I will switch to an external view and magic the speed up a bit. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain here again. I was going to say, we're now going over the bottom coast of Portugal, around near Lisbon. If you look out the left side, you will see the lovely beaches, but because of the cloud cover, you can't see fuck all, nothing. Yeah, it's unlucky if you're in Portugal at the moment, because you would be not getting much sun at all. Just thought I'd let you know. Get on your meals. Right, we'll be sorting our descent out very shortly. The way to work it out is look at your height in thousands, which is 37, multiply by 3, which is 121, and add 10 for slowing down. So that's 131. So we need to start our descent 131 nautical miles from our destination. And if we look here, we are 147. So it will not be long. So yeah, about another 15 nautical miles, which we can tell on here. So when this gets to 16.5, we will then start our descent. We can zoom in a bit on here. A lot of cloud, isn't there? There's hasn't been a very sort of clear flight at all. Not to worry, don't make no difference to me, I'm just working. Right, let's check our... so if we look down here at our constraints, our minimum altitude... we need to put our destination data in again. Let's do that quickly. So we'll clear that off, put that in. Arrival, audio meeting via BAPAL, insert that. So look, we need to be at a minimum of 2,300 there. So what I'm going to do, now we're nearly there, I think we'll sort the descent out. So let's get this to 3,000. And then engage. So we should now start plummeting. So throttles get to idle. And down we go. Let's have a look at the weather out here. Oh look, there's a little break in the clouds there. I don't know if I think that's before we get to Lanzarote though. Okay, well while we're waiting, we'll get the METAR for Lanzarote Arrecife now and start plugging that in. So let's go to here, M2 and AOC. WX requests, we'll send that. We'll look on here even, and wait for a company message to appear. It's not detected, rubbish. Right, company message is in. So let's go back here and go to received messages. That's the most recent one here. So it's visibility, broken clouds at 2,800 feet. Temperature's 19, dew point's 13, and it's 1019. So the two we need to remember is 19 degrees and 1019. Okay, so clear that. I've entered the destination data. Let's return that. Okay, back to the MCDU, and we'll go into here. Go to our, I think it's our perf, is it? Yeah. And approach, so the temperature is 19. Oh, I forgot to get the wind. I'll grab that in a sec. Right, it's 1019 is our altimeter parameter. So let's go back here. Go and have a look at that message again. So the wind is 030 at 9 knots. /09. That's our wind. Transition altitude, I'll put 8,000. I haven't got the charts, too many zeros, so I don't know the decision height either, but that will do. We'll go back to our flight plan. So everything's in for the destination there. Let's just do a little announcement for the passengers. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. We have now started our descent into Arrecife. If you look out the windows, you'll see it's still quite cloudy. There is broken clouds at Lanzarote, so if you've paid quite a lot of money for a sunny holiday here, That's unlucky. Yeah, I'll give you a shout when we're down on the ground. Here we go, right? I think they like it if you let them know there's a delay as well, so let's do that. Delay, reason, weather, and very short 10 minutes because we had a headwind, so let's send that. And the passengers, yeah, look at their satisfaction dropping. All that for 10 minutes, 5% of them are copped. Let's have a look on our map. Not far to go. Let's take the follow me off so I can zoom round. These are our constraints. Come down. Normally when I fly at Lanzarote I can see these out the window, but I'm not sure I'm going to be able to because of the cloud cover. Let's have a look outside and see what we can see. Yeah, it looks a little bit cloudy, doesn't it? Yeah, can't see nothing. See that cloud? All that's over Lanzarote. Right, when we get about 15,000 feet, I'll ping on the seatbelt signs. We've got the fuel about right. Look at that. De-icing worked really well, didn't it? Probably be alright as we get down a bit. It said no ice detected on the ECAM, didn't it? Yeah, this has been like this since Flight Sim 2020 was launched. There's a ridiculous amount of icing appears, but it doesn't affect your flight at all. Right, just coming down through 17,000. So 8,000, which is our transition altitude, I'll sling this on, and it was 1019, I believe. Let's have a look at the customer satisfaction, what they're moaning about. So these are all on our plane. The greener they are, the happier they are. So let's click this miserable twat here. Female, 36. She's going to Lanzarote on business, so she's probably a club rep or something. She's thirsty and hungry. Well, I did serve drinks. She's belted and she's tired. And what about this one here? Very hungry, somewhat thirsty, somewhat tired. 65-year-old male. At least he's there for leisure on holiday. Oh, they're all thirsty and hungry. Oh, they're trying to eat me out of the house at home, this lot. Fuck you. How many miles have we got left? Nautical miles. 72. This descent profiles here don't always work that well, so That is why we will manage our descent ourselves up until we intercept the ILS glide slope. But the important thing is we are round about, well, we're going to be 3,000 when we get here and all the way round, and then once we get to here I'll make sure we're at 2,000, and then we should snag the old instrument landing perfectly well. Let's turn down this terrain a bit, so you can do that here. Very hard to see what we're doing. This is our radar, this is our turbulence radar, so we might have a bit of turbulence going in. Right, can we see anything out of the windows? I strongly doubt it. Oh look, there's one of the islands there, you can see that. And we shouldn't see anything out of the left window. Sometimes you can see, look, oh look, see there, I think there might be a little bit of the African coast there. But yeah, it's a better view out of this window. It's cloudy, certainly not as cloudy as between England and Portugal, but I've never known it to be this cloudy when I've flown to Lanzarote, and I do normally go sort of the latter part of the year. Doing. Let's have a look at our here. Oh look, we can see it all on there now. Oh, we're on 10,000 feet. Right, you know what that means? Seatbelts on, landing lights on.
We have begun our final descent into Lanzarote. Flight attendants will be passing through the cabin to collect any trash one final time. Please ensure tray tables are stowed and seats are in the full upright position. Please also store any carry-on items either in the seat back pocket or under the seat in front of you.
Ooh, it is cloudy, isn't it? So, hopefully we'll be between here and here. Between here and here, we'll be down at 3,000. I know we're slowing down a bit here to 250. This should be at 250 now, ideally below 10,000, but I think they allow you a little bit of leeway when you're descending. So we'll be at 250 in a second. So Lanzarote should be out of our window. See, isn't it lovely? Let's have a look, see if we can see anything on this at all. No, absolutely nothing. Poor sods who are there on holiday at the moment, because this is the live weather there at the moment. You can just see it through there. Or admittedly, it's night time. Doesn't look lovely, does it? Right, 8,000. Let's check our eCam. Oops. Seatbelts are on. Do we really need to have these de-icers on? This is ice not detected, so probably not. Let's turn those off. Let's go back here. Yeah, so all it's telling us is that our landing lights are on. Yeah, look at that there. Not good. Not good for the holiday makers. when we're down a bit lower, I'll arm the spoilers. In fact, I could arm them now, really, couldn't I? Let's arm the spoilers. Where's this going to? I don't believe it. It's taking us on the wrong course. Oh, it's taking us straight to here. F003. I don't know what's missed out all these. Okay. Well, I better put... Oh, that's blinking at us. We've got to put it onto barometric pressure, and it's 1019, isn't it? It's done this before. Maybe I wasn't down low enough. Yeah, it's taking us to this one. Which isn't good, is it? Let's get us down to 2,000 feet then. Actually, probably 1,700 feet. Oh no, 2,000 will be fine. Let's just get us down there. So we're going to go along and then do 180. Yeah, I don't understand why it's done that. Let's plumb in our route again. We just missed out all these. That's done. Let's see if it does anything. No, nothing. Okay, weird. But yeah, from here we should be going round here. Let's put the constraints on and have a look. Oh, we'll let it do its thing. We will be low enough, hopefully, to intercept the glide slope. Yeah, we're nearly at 2,000 now. Then we'll start slowing the plane down so I can make the turns better. It's only going to get to there. Let's have a look out the window. There we go. Yeah, so we should have gone out and round. Why did it not do that? Fat. Oh, I didn't want to do that. It's the heading I want to change. I'm going to take us round. that way. Then I'll take us round to the right and then back in. Right, start decreasing on speed. Let's put our flaps out. Yeah, slight bit of overspeed. Yeah, this approach got messed up a bit, didn't it? Alright, there we go. Let's put this auto brakes to medium. Right, look at the E-cam. Flaps full. Yeah, we're going to get them full in a minute. So it goes down to 200. It'll be the next slot. Right, so let's start turning to about 2400. Or 240 even. Here we're well under the glide slope. Let's keep going round actually. Flaps down again. Flaps at 2. Out the window now, should be banking over there. I reckon we'll be able to put it back on autopilot. There's our bank in towards the airport. This window, we're pointing right up into the clouds. There we go. As we get on course for the runway, I reckon I can put a localizer on now, and this should line us up with the runway nicely. Once this starts coming down here, I'll put it on full approach mode. Right, let's go. More flaps. Let's check our E-cam. It's just waiting for flaps full and the landing gear. I'll do that about 8 miles out. We're currently 12 miles out. And we are lining ourselves up very nicely with the runway. Let's have some more flaps. Flaps are full. We're just to the right of the runway. I wonder if it's anything to do with the wind. That's the wind there. This is about what we put in. It does change a little bit. Obviously the wind isn't the same all the time. Runway out there in the distance. Oh, look, we're nearly lined up with it nicely there. Spoilers are armed, auto brakes set. We've got everything up here. Landing lights on. All that's done. That's okay. How close are we? 9 miles. We'll get the gear down in a minute and then get the cabin crew seated for landing. That's the view I tend to see when I'm coming in, and this one, just the sea as we dip lower and lower. Right, can we get the gear down? 7.6. Might as well, let's do the gear down. Let's signal the cabin crew once we have 3 greens. Get the announcement. Cabin crew, get your seats in your landing positions and do it now. We'll be landing in about a minute and a half. Right, I stuck it on full approach mode there. We're now sinking down lower. Get rid of this. Oh, I can't now. I don't want this. There we go. 85% satisfied. Miserable bastards. Yeah. See the ripples in the sea. There's the runway. Everything's green there, no blue. Always get yourself a fresh drink when you land in a plane. Not far to go now. Closer. It always looks like we're going to be landing in the sea when you look out of your right window on the plane. It does in real life as well. 500 feet. Oh, let's turn the autopilot off.
10, 5.
Oh, floated it.
5.
Bit floated there. Oh. Knots. Not idle. Braking in here. And then we'll turn off.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Lanzarote. The local time is 11:10 a.m. and it's currently about 19 degrees Celsius. You can now use your mobile devices. Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the seatbelt sign is turned off. Remember to use caution when opening the overhead bins, as items may have shifted during the flight. If this is your final destination, we thank you for flying with us. If you're making a connection, we encourage you to check your itinerary to ensure a smooth continuation of your journey.
Check those lights. want the runway's taxi lights on. Turned all my lights off pressing L, didn't really want that. And let's put the APU on. Do a little announcement, there we go. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Lanzarote. Yeah, please don't be too disappointed by the weather, it's got to get better than this. It's just about as bad as it gets here, this time of year. So, thank you for flying with TUI, and well done for behaving yourselves. And, yeah, wish you a pleasant onward journey. Let's check the APU. Okay, we'll do the seat belts and let them off. No external power available, that's good. I've gone to the wrong area, haven't I? Oh, I don't, who gives a shit? Got an APU for that. Right. So APU is up and going. Let's pop up here, switch the bleed on, and then we can turn the engines off, and then everybody can piss off my plane. Clean up the flaps. And we're here. It still says I'm taxiing in. Well, parking brake. That parking brake is on. Why does it think I'm... taxi lights off. Landing lights off. Now they're getting off. No external power though. So, unavailable. Weird.
Lanzarote ground TUI Bravo uniform 4776.
See if it connects the jetway.
Connect the jetway to the aircraft.
Oh, we can't connect the fucking jetway. Why not? Look. Oh, we're not far forward enough. Oh, that's annoying, isn't it? Well, they're still deboarding anyway. I would slew it up a bit closer, but I can't be bothered. Yeah, I'm just not quite fast forward enough there. That's my bad. Never mind. Right. Let's get these shitbags off my aeroplane. Yeah, well, wasn't the greatest landing in the world. Did sort of float it a bit. I think it was reasonably soft though. I think I pulled up too much when I flared it. Right, get off. Content. Upset. 5 minutes late. Look, 86% isn't too bad. Can't please everyone. Let's have a look around the airport. These mountains all look very familiar. The wind farms up there. Arrecife over here. Oh look, the weather's brightening up a bit. Come on, are they off? No other planes here. Mind you, I did turn them all off, didn't I? Because it can cause crashing to desktop. Right, are you off yet? They're all off. Right, okay, so what we will do now is we will end the flight. Notable events, very short arrival delay due to weather, soft landing. Such a shame about the delay, yeah, that 10 minutes really upset this twat. Totally telling my friends about this airline, I'll definitely be recommending you. Nothing better than a few mid-flight drinks. Okay, so let's save that. And we can now, it should be finished on here as well. Here we go, a landing rate of 110. That's not bad at all. Not bad at all. I'll take that. Although if we look at the report, we landed a bit far. See, we should have landed around there. We landed halfway down the runway, but we slowed down in plenty of time. Excellent. Right. Okay. Well, that brings us to the end of the video, and I will see you on the next one.